Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to another reaction video for today. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually excited to see what this looks like. This is the gameplay trailer for 13 again, the second remake. I guess we can consider this another remake. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, so maybe not. This is, if you do not know, of course, 13 was a classic in my opinion. Early 2000s. I think it was 2003 it came out. First-person shooter, had a cel-shaded look, comic book style to it. It's based on a comic. Loved it back then. I would say when it comes to like multiplayer games, it's like my favorite underrated multiplayer game. Love it to death. Played it all the time with friends. And it's great. Me and my friends would spend most of our time in, I forgot the name of the map, but we'd spend it inside vents waiting for AI to show up. We would take one corner of the vent, the other would take the other corner, and we'd just wait for fucking the AI to show up, because the AI was brutal in that game, I remember. Yeah, it was fun, and the story mode was really good. So the remake sucked ass that came out a couple years ago, and they announced like a few months ago that they're actually redoing the remake. And if you already have a copy of the remake, you get it for free. The second remake, you get it for free, or maybe it's just it might not be another remake. I doubt that. I think they made it sound like it was gonna be another remake, but I think it's just gonna be like, oh, visual improvements here and there. You know, like a massive update to overhaul the overall experience. So that'll be needed, because that game was fucking broken 2 weeks ago. One of the worst remakes I've ever seen in my life. It probably is the worst remake I've ever seen. Like, I can't think of another one that would be as bad, at least. So everybody's talking about Last of Us Part 1. That's a godsend compared to this shit. Anyway, so well, maybe not this shit. This might look good. So let's find out. I don't know who's making it. I know it's not the same developers, but let's go. 3, 2, 1, and play. I'm actually really excited to see what this looks like. Microids. They are the publishers. Okay. All right. Alright, it definitely has more of a cel-shaded look, that's for sure. I don't know if I like it. It almost looks like they put a filter over the remake. Is this 60 frames? Because I don't think that remake could manage 60. I don't think it could manage 30 most of the time. I don't see a lot of screen tearing, so that's good. Dude, I played it on PS5. That game had massive amounts of screen tearing. Okay. What is that called? Onomatopoeia, when it like puts the sound effects and stuff in there. Is that what it's called? Onomatopoeia? Okay. It looks, I just watched a few minutes of gameplay for the remake just to remind myself what it looks like. This looks much better. The texture on the gun looks pretty good too. I like that. This looks much better. It almost makes me wish they just put the original game on Xbox, PC. Well, I guess it's on PC, but Xbox and PlayStation. The shotgun did feel pretty good in the remake. It looks about right. If I kept all the same mechanics from the remake and just made AI improvements, even though he did some dodge rolls. Look at that. Usually with the remake, they would just stand there. Or they glitch the fuck out. So far, I'm not seeing any glitches. I mean, it still doesn't look amazing, but it doesn't look like a 2 out of 10 anymore. So that's good, right? It looks like it could reach around a 6 now, maybe 6, maybe 7, if the gameplay's good, if it feels good. I keep forgetting they changed the way she looks. She looks completely different than she did in the original. The explosion effect looks alright. It kind of, I feel like it disappears a little too quick, but alright. Again, I'm grading this based on how bad it looked a couple years ago, or even now. I guess you can still play it now. It still looks terrible. I will say it's gonna be unfortunate that you can't play that version anymore. I guess you just don't update it, right? And you still play that version? Yeah, right? You can always play it if you have a disc copy at least. Okay. Weird that they kept that in, because that was weird. I feel like one shot should always make their helmets fly off. I do like the texture on this gun. It does look pretty good. So shoutouts. I do feel like it does look more like a filter, more so than they went in. I mean, it isn't. I think they actually went in and redid textures, but it looks odd to me at times. September 13th, nice. 13/13. Everyone remember the Star Wars game? Some gameplay for that leaked recently. I took a look at that. All right. Oof. That might just be, yeah. I still have this game for PS2. I actually had fun going for the 100% the buggy mess version. Really, this game was awesome. Would definitely play it again. Anybody else notice that they're still lacking the comic book? Yeah, that was what I was gonna say. It definitely looks more comic book. But for people that don't know, this is what the original looked like. 2003. Yeah, all right, I was right when I said 2003. This is what the original looked like. This look at this. This is still. It still doesn't look like this. It looks better, but it does not look like this though. Like here, this is even better.
Feels like today's gonna be a quiet one, huh?
This is oh my god. Yeah, like they completely changed character. Like she didn't look anything like.
Looks like
The thick outlines and stuff, and like the like you would think it would be easy to remake a game like 13. You don't need to do any texturing, like almost at all. Like just make it nice, like clearer. Maybe change some things. You know, if you want to put iron sights, fine. Or aim down sights, whatever. Whatever you call it. It's just like. I mean, the new version looks better. Here, let me get back to it. It looks better. Without a doubt. It looks better than this remake. Like, this looks like shit. Look at it. It looks so good. Like, all they needed to do was like, all right, in the remake, let's just maybe even go further with the comic style. They could have did that. They could have went crazy. Like, all right, for the remake, let's make this not a like, you know, you can see this big seam right here. You know, stuff like that. Just fix it. Really more of a remaster of what they should have done. Maybe add some new stuff in there. Maybe a new gun here and there. I don't know. Just something crazy. What they did was they took the original game and they said, that's dumb. And then they said, "No, that's stupid. Let's make it look more modern. Modern meaning boring." Look at this. Like they barely even have an outline on them. Like look how small that outline is compared to this outline. The water. I see. This is something they could have changed. They could have made the water look more comic bookish. You know, like just like a nice blue texture. You know, this looks murky and shitty. But no, they decided no, fuck that. You know, made the clouds look more comic bookish. You know, like go full on. I mean, again, this looks better, and I'm sure it's hard for whoever the developers are now to really have to remake the entire game with a different art style. This was probably much easier for them to do. Is take the original, not the original, the remake, and then try to make it a little bit more cel shaded. So I do not fault them. Like pausing right here. The textures look good. I like this. I like even this little, like look at the thick line on this fucking toolbox right here. That's nice. I wish they added the thick lines for the character. Honestly, if they just put the thick lines on the characters, it would actually fix a lot. Like even like look at the thick line on this barrel right here, and even the tires and stuff. Weird that they didn't put the outlines here. Very strange. I mean, it's there. It's just not thick. You know, it's not thick boy, you know? Look at how thick that is on that boy. Also, maybe re-record the voice acting. Because, I mean, not with Adam West. Keep Adam West. But David Duchovny, I always thought was, like, he didn't give a shit at all. Like, it's funny. David Duchovny has been in a lot of video games, I want to say. Like, at least a few. He was in a couple X-Files games. He was in that Area 51 game. He was in this. I want to say he was in another game. I'm forgetting. But every time he's in a game, he does not give a fuck. He gives the sleepiest performance. I always thought David Duchovny wasn't the best actor out there anyway. I know he's great in X-Files, but when it comes to a lot of other things like Evolution, anybody see that movie? Um, he was okay, but he's not like an amazing actor. So, yeah, I don't know. I hope this is good. I will give it a try. It looks better. Like it looks performance-wise and like even gameplay-wise, it looks much better. Even the AI looks a little bit better. As long as it's a decent playing game this time, then fine. I will say though, I had a lot of really funny moments with that remake. Like AI just bugging out, glitches everywhere. I also had a crash like 3 times while I played it. So, I think I want to say during my gore plays for the original remake, I ended the video because it crashed. The game crashed, and I had to like restart like 20 minutes of gameplay. So that's why I think I want to say that gore plays ends kind of abruptly. No, not abruptly. I do edit in like, yeah, the game crashed or something. I vaguely remember that. Anyway, that's it. I just want to take a look at it. It looks better, but still doesn't look amazing. But you know, thanks for trying though. I will give them credit. They could have said, whatever, but they tried. Microids didn't want it to be like, oh, you know, I don't know, a negative to the representation or representation. What the fuck? Reputation. I can't speak. But nobody really knows who microids are. Anyway, I do, but they're not a widely known studio. But they don't want to be the studio known for getting that remake or selling that remake that was awful. Anyway, for that great original game. Anyway, that's it. Bye.